Hi, my name's Guy Swarbrick. I'm a sports photographer specialised in cycling and particularly track cycling. I started doing track cycling originally because my kids both were track cyclists. They both tried out for the Olympic development programme, so it was just nice to go along and take pictures of them, and that kind of got out of hand. A friend of a friend had a problem prior to the 2008 World Championships at Manchester, and so I stepped in, and that was my first big event, and I've been to every world since. I think the best thing about the job is working with the athletes. They're a really nice bunch of people. You try not to get in their way, but actually often they don't even mind. 2 or 3 days before the event, start to look at what events are on, who's going to be riding, what kind of camera positions, where you're going to be at different times during the day. And then once you get here, you take a lot of photos. Typical day here will be between 3,000 and 5,000 photos. This is my second camera. This is a Nikon D810. It's primarily a portrait and landscape camera, but it works really well in low light, and it's very high resolution, so it's nice for doing the podium shots and the close-up shots of riders. This is my main lens though. This is a 70 to 200mm lens, and this is perfect for most things in the velodrome. You can't always use flash. At the Olympics and the Commonwealth Games they won't allow you to use flash, but the UCI are very good about it. I know from talking to the riders don't even notice, and actually I find that it gives a much nicer look to the picture just to have a little bit of fill flash rather than just have it in natural light. There's typically about 4 hours work of going through and finding the right pictures for the right clients, tagging them all up, uploading them. I always tell my wife I get a good night's sleep when I go to a World Cup. It's just spread over 3 days. I think my favourite discipline is the sprint, or on all the sprint disciplines. I think you can get good photos from all the disciplines. Team sprint can be difficult because you really only get one chance to get the team sprint right with the 3 riders together. My favourite memory goes back to, I think it was Copenhagen actually in 2010. Chris Hoy won his 10th World Championship. So Chris Hoy came up and showed off his medal, and he just looked up and said, "Hello, Guy," and it was just really nice. Favourite image from this week, probably from this morning actually, took some really nice close-up shots of Stephanie Morton from Australia with her coach reflected in the visor of the helmet. Advice on getting into cycling photography or sports photography in general: it's hard work. Start with a local club, take pictures for the competitors, get into it that way. Although the equipment is important, and the more you develop as a photographer, the more you can do with better cameras. It's much more about your eye for a photograph, and lots of practice.